Welcome back, everyone. This is Lewis here with East Coast Hunting Tips. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And if you're new to the channel, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be posting, hunting tips, hunting strategy tips, and I'm also going to be sharing some recipes in the future too. So if you want to hit that subscribe button, you can see more content like this, and you can see the content I'll be posting in the future. So hopefully you like today's video. Today's video is going to be on the different types of rattling tools that you can use while you're hunting out in the field. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, so today we're going to be talking about what I like to use in the field for rattling. And if you want to go ahead and leave a comment down below on which one of these tools that you've had the most success with, because I love hearing from you guys. So if you want to, I'm going to be showing the 3 ones that I use, and the ones that I've had success with, the ones that I haven't had a lot of success with. So drop a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on what tool that you've had success with, because I'd love to know, love to hear from you guys. So what we're going to start out with is the good old synthetic horns. Now this is the Black Rack, that's what it's called. And you can get this on the Deer Society website. Not sponsored or anything, but that's where I got mine. And, basically what you can do is, you can hit these together and you can really get that sound out there. You can really just hammer them together, get a nice loud sound out of them. These I've had no success with at all. To be honest with you, none whatsoever. I have not called a deer in with them. With my personal experience, I think these for upstate New York are too loud, and you just don't get deer with as big as horns as these in the woods cracking them together like that. You're going to spook them more, especially if you're in a highly pressured area. So if you're in a high pressured area, I would recommend not using these at all. Don't use them. They're too loud, they make too much noise, and you're going to spook anything that's in your area. So for these, it's a bad idea. Now we're going to move to the Rattle Bag. Now this, you just move together in your hands like this. You can do different kind of... This works really well for pre-rut, and also you can use it during rut. For pre-rut, just do it a little softer. You can really grind it together. And in fact, this last season, I called in a buck during crossbow season with this. And crossbow season is the middle of October, towards the late end up here in upstate New York, because the muzzleloader and crossbow season both coincide. So, and I think it was the first weekend of crossbow that I used this rattle bag and attracted a deer in with it. But, just do it nice and soft. It's kind of that pre-rut going on. But if you want to, during rut, you can really hammer it, get that sound out there. But honestly, that was the only deer that I've ever called in with this rattle bag up here in New York. That's the only deer that I ever called in with it. So, I'm actually pretty new to rattling as well. So, just for my experience, I've been rattling for a few years now, but, using this rattle bag during early season was really the only success I had. I tried to use it during rut, but it just doesn't seem like the deer acknowledge it as much during rut. They acknowledge more of like the bleats, the contact grunts, that more so often than fighting. But now, the last thing we're going to talk about is real horns. Now these horns are actually off the first buck that I ever shot. And, I've used these too. They don't really make, you can hit them together pretty hard. But they kind of make a duller sound versus the rattle bag and the synthetic horns. So to me, I've used these a lot and have not called any deer in with them. It all is going to depend on the deer too and what mood it's in. So you know, people might have more success using these than any of the other things, which, you know, comment down below, let me know. But, you know, I've always just kind of hit them together. You can kind of tickle them too better. Do a little tickling of the tines for pre-rut. You know, you can do that too. Just tickle them together. Sometimes, you know, you might spike a deer's curiosity. And that's the thing too, when you're in the woods and you're blind calling like that, unless you can't see the deer and you're trying to rattle to acknowledge that deer, you don't know what's going to come your way. Like for me, using this stuff, and you know, to say that I haven't had success with it, I don't even know if there's bucks in the area that will acknowledge it. So, you know, my opinion of the stuff, you know, just from my experience over the years, I've been sitting in a pretty good spot in my stand, so it's kind of hard to believe that I haven't had any deer hear it. But I have used the Rattle Bag, and I have had deer spook and blow. So, you know, but I have not had any success with the real horns or with the synthetic horns. It's mostly just been Rattle Bag, but again, you never know if you're blind calling like that with a Rattle Bag. You never know what's there in your area. You never know if something's not even in your area and you're just doing it for nothing. But, you know, that's what hunting's all about. It's all about being patient and, you know, being out in the woods, being out in the outdoors. You know, it's just a great experience to have, regardless of if you see anything or not. It's just nice to be out there. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, you can leave a like and subscribe to me, and I'll be having more content like this in the future. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.